Well. Look who decided to hop in for a podcast.
Ooh, it's been way too long, man. It's
Way
been
too long.
Months, weeks.
And it ain't on me.
Don't throw that out
Well,
on me.
in the beginning.
Don't throw that out on
how
me.
long was our hiatus? Besides the one that we did,
couple weeks.
we returned and we named it "We're Back" and then never came back.
It was a little teaser. I wanted to get some sort of reaction from people.
Did we?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And I thought maybe that was the sign, but we are back. We are here, and we are in another new location.
We're in a new studio.
By that,
We've upgraded.
My barber shop. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Village Barber Club.
Yep. Promo code.
BBR Club.
Too close to BBC. I'm not saying that.
How do you like the solo camera setup?
It reminds me of like Andrew Schultz podcast with that guy.
With that guy.
That guy.
What were you gonna say? With what guy?
That Indian guy.
That Indian Akash Singh.
Because I think he's got multiple podcasts, don't he?
Yeah, but they also do multiple camera angles, which is what we normally do. But
I prefer the flick button thing.
Yeah, me too. But this is our first time doing this setup in this location, which is where we're going to be podcasting from now on. We're not.
And I like it better.
Doing it here. Is it closer to your house?
Probably not. Because I don't hop on the highway or the 33 to get here.
Gotcha. How do you get here?
I went down Walden and then just onto Elmwood.
That sounds excessive.
You want to talk about going through the ghetto? Let's go through the east side of Walden Avenue.
Is it that bad?
It's bad. It's rough.
Did anyone try and come up to your car and sell you CDs? Like, hey, we have
well,
Boogie
okay.
Nights.
So I'm sitting there. It's at the corner of fucking. So Broadway and Walden run parallel.
Yeah.
So I don't know what. I'm on the corner of Broadway and whatever that is, maybe Bailey. This fucking guy comes up. And first of all, at this intersection, there's always somebody there begging. I think they take shifts. Like, it might be for drug deals, and they're just asking for stuff. And then if they see
like a
somebody,
2001 WWE tag team
most
match,
of the time,
you're in.
it's a dude with no legs in a wheelchair.
Shut the fuck up.
Going roll. He's just in the middle of the street. You have to drive around him in the lanes.
Lieutenant Dan it?
Yeah, and he's always asking. Then there's a woman that's always asking. And today there was just some regular looking dude, and he comes up to my car. I'm on the phone. I'm on speaker, and he just looks at me through my window, and dead ass, he just goes, "One of these days, I'm gonna kill these motherfucking white people."
Shut the fuck
And my window was down, and my heart skipped a beat.
You just made that.
No, I swear to God on my mother's life.
You just made that.
No, I swear. My mom's dead right now. Then I'm not lying.
He's talking about, was he a white guy?
No, black.
And he talking about killing white people?
He said, "One day I'm gonna kill all you motherfucking white people."
Jesus. You should not go that way anymore.
I don't like to.
You should take the long way. Maybe we shouldn't podcast here anymore.
If I can catch the light, we're all good. But when you sit at that light, you will be approached.
I'll tell you what, the worst thing ever is when you're sitting at a light, and it's not even whether you would or would not give these people money. If you genuinely just don't even have any money, right?
Sure.
And
Which
you
is me
can't-
most of the time.
But you're incapable of giving them money, and they fucking make eye contact with you, and you just feel like the biggest piece of shit ever.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something about, and I have no obligation to give this person money who's going to use it for who knows fucking what, but I feel like the biggest piece of garbage when I just eye contact, and he, like, does the little sign wiggle. Like, the one little sign wiggle, like.
For the sign wiggle guys,
Yeah.
yes. This guy just patrolling.
Oh, he didn't have a sign or
No,
anything?
no sign. He's just begging.
Oh, okay. There's a woman on the corner of West Ferry and it's not Grant. It's the one right past Grant. Total crackhead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, always wears a you know in those horror movies when there's a ghost and it's like an old maiden. She has like that gown, like that sleeping gown.
Yeah.
Bitch wears that all the time.
She left the mental institute tight gown
the
with her ass
exact
crack
same
showing
gown.
in the
Yep,
back.
exactly the same. And she's hobbling like Jack Sparrow after he's drunk too many fucking bottles of gin, rum, whatever the fuck he drinks. Anyway, every time, and it's like she's hitchhiking. I honestly can't tell if she's asking for money, if she's hitchhiking, or if her hands just don't work. Like, I can't tell what she's actually doing.
Yeah.
She's like,
Gang signs.
yeah, she's funny fact.
Suwoo.
Apparently, She was on the cover of Benny the Butcher's record.
So I was where I was gonna go with this. I didn't know who you were talking
That
about, but that
crackhead.
one crackhead is
Yeah.
famous.
Her. Okay, that's the one I'm talking
It's
about.
on. Well, I think it's Griselda's record.
Okay.
The
well, either one of them.
band.
Yeah.
I was gonna call 3 rappers in a band. I don't know if that's right.
A musical act.
Something. But yeah, I was gonna bring her up.
A rap troupe.
But yeah, she's iconic. I want to know who did that headshot.
Probably them. Apparently they got her to sign like a release or something.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I just made that up. Maybe not.
Start the podcast off by lying.
I doubt she's gonna come after with a team of lawyers.
Something.
What do you think her name is?
Matilda.
Matilda.
Yeah,
Isn't that the one with the girl that can like move stuff with her mind?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Little Matilda. And what's Danny DeVito's the father?
Miss Trunchbull. Was that the one?
Miss Trenchbull.
Was
And
that
the
the
fat
one-
kid that eats the cake. Yeah. What a great movie.
Miss Honeybee. She was a honey bee.
She was
Bay.
sexy.
Honey Bay.
Sexy.
Yeah. I agree. What else has been new, man? Walk me through your life. What's been going on?
Well, shit. Since I really don't know the hiatus time period.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Just had a girlfriend, lost a girlfriend. Your girlfriend's moving in,
Yeah.
getting a tattoo. I mean, where do we start?
Got a tattoo. I got a lobster on my neck.
Hell yeah.
Shit hurts so bad.
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life.
Now tell me
Hail lobster.
the metaphor
For
again.
the lobsters?
Yeah.
So it's the whole idea that we evolved from lobsters, right? If you believe in evolution, then we evolved from crustaceans. That's just, if you believe in evolution, you have to believe we came from crustaceans. That's just kind of the way it goes.
Okay.
Anyway, if
Missed
you,
that lecture in school.
if
It
you,
was always monkeys.
well, monkeys weren't around forever, right? I mean,
I don't
something
know.
evolved into monkeys.
But that's where they start. You see like the 6-figure frame of monkeys into
Right.
walking upright
Right, but you got to think
humanoids.
after the dinosaurs all died, there was nothing on the planet except for like fish and lobsters.
I don't think the Bible goes back that far.
Anyway, so there's an idea that like when lobsters fight, they get into an argument or a tussle. Whatever. There's one lobster that wins. There's one lobster that loses. The lobster that wins puffs his chest out and his claws and does the whole "I won, I'm a great lobster" dance. The lobster that loses is sad, hunched over, and it's dopaminergic. Dopaminergic. That's the word. So basically,
It's a 10-cent word.
yeah, I know. Basically, the same dopamine and serotonin that's in lobsters is the exact same thing that's in humans. So if you take that lobster that lost, and it's sad and whatever, and you give it SSRIs, serotonin reuptake inhibitors, it gets happy again. So the whole idea is that that reward system or that whole idea is present in lobsters, and it's the same thing that's present in us. So the whole rule, it's rule number 1. It's stand up straight with your shoulders back. It's the whole idea of like how to carry yourself throughout life. But yeah, I fucking love lobsters. I don't know.
You love lobsters and Jordan Peterson.
And Jordan, I love Jordan Peterson, man. I listen. It's not. I don't want to say it's an unhealthy obsession, but that book is great. I stand by it.
I started reading the book,
Mm-hmm.
and you gave me the book,
Yeah.
and I feel kind of bad that you bought another one because I've had it so long.
Yeah.
So if you want it back.
Oh no. Well, I'm not gonna have Downey too. You can keep it.
Okay, sweet.
The audio book, if I'm being honest with you, because I've read the book and then I'm currently rereading like the audio, not rereading, I'm listening to the audio version again.
Does he do it?
Yeah. It's a much easier follow on the audio version, like him explaining and
Sure.
talking, than it is reading and following.
I've gotten really into reading, and I like to have the physical copy. So even if I
Sure.
did the audiobook, I'm still buying the regular book
Well, you already
to
have
have
it. You don't even need to. I
No,
gave it
but
to
like
you.
any book.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big audio person.
I gave you the hardcover one too.
Shit's nice.
It is hardcover, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think so too. I'm telling you, it's a really good book.
I started reading it, and I liked it. And I like Jordan Peterson. I think he has a lot of good things to say.
There's like sometimes there's like a little trepidation when I tell people that like I like Jordan Peterson, because like on one side of listen, you either really like Jordan Peterson, I think, or you think he's like a fascist Nazi. Like there's no in
Yeah.
between. And the people who think that this dude is like a fascist Nazi, I like don't I can't comprehend where you get from A to Z on that. Like I
Right.
just don't get it.
I don't either, because just like he doesn't really say, I wouldn't really say he's like a political figure.
B16 is the most political thing with the gender pronouns. Like that's the most political
Yeah.
thing, and that's why people say he's like a Nazi or
right.
like a
But like a lot of the stuff he
far right.
talks about is like that lobster metaphor, which is just to like, in lack of a better term, like carry yourself better and come out of your shell and
It's all about-
do mindset type stuff.
It's
Like,
about-
how do you argue with any of that?
it's a big responsibility thing. Like he's a big proponent of like you have full control of your life. You need
Right.
to take responsibility
And
you need to
accountability and
grow up.
everything.
Yeah, and a lot of people I guess don't want to hear that, or I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But there were like, and he did an interview with Dr. Oz, and it was like an hour long interview, and take it with what it is.
Dr. Oz, Dr. Drew, these people that have turned their
Yeah.
research into fame. Like,
Yeah.
where do you stand on that?
I don't know. Well, let me just
Yeah,
go to
okay.
this really quick. He was on Dr. Oz, and there's like a point where he like was talking about like his fans or like the people that come to his lectures,
Yeah.
and like the stories, and he like breaks down into tears, like and it wasn't like. Sometimes I see interviews and I'm like, oh, you cried on purpose. Like he like genuinely, I think, wants the best for people.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what it feels like, and I think that's great. As far as the Dr. Oz, Dr. Drew, Dr. Phil, good on him.
Phil. And
Good on
fucking,
him.
let's throw Fauci in there. Let's get all these fucking doctors. And let's have a Royal Rumble.
We already did. Let's the flashback. What was that? The
That was-
first or second episode, or one of the
Yeah,
earlier
we did,
episodes?
I think, political people.
Yeah.
Or,
No, I remember we said who would fight Dr. Fauci.
oh, did we? I don't remember.
Oh, that was a good episode. But no, I don't know. I think it's here's the thing. I don't take necessarily because they are doctors, right? But they're not all doctors in medicine. Some of them are just they have their doctorate in like
Whatever.
whatever
yeah.
it is. Yeah, like I don't maybe Dr. Phil's.
I'm
an
sure they
actual
all.
doctor.
Well, Dr. Phil would probably be like
Well, I
a
know-
social work or something.
But I know Dr. Drew was like an actual doctor. Like he did a lot of work on like the AIDS epidemic, and like he was like an actual
How
doctor.
did he get famous like this?
Teen Mom, I think. I think they brought him in for Teen Mom.
Oh, okay.
I think that was his like big notoriety.
That would
and
make
then-
sense.
And then it was like Dr. Drew
Cashed in on the fame.
Good for him.
Now he's out there with fucking everybody.
But giving his fucking dick away like
Yeah,
it's
he's slinging dick out there.
that's like probably my favorite. And honestly, I think that's the Dr. Drew. I feel like Dr. Drew had his own little like niche that he carved out on MTV and like that fan base. And then after going to like your mom's house and
Yeah,
like that whole platform,
That's how I know him.
It's an entirely different like Dr. Drew.
Yeah,
And,
it's like for adult. It's fucking Dr. Drew for like at night.
that's what it's called. Dr. Drew, or no, Dr. Drew After Dark. That's what
After
it is.
dark, yeah, like Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Like you have the Teen Mom stuff, and then later at night we're getting fucking raunchy.
My favorite is people will call in and ask these ridiculous. Part of it's I think trolling, but these ridiculous questions, like, yeah, so I was sitting down and all of a sudden my ass started bleeding and I haven't gotten railed in my ass in like weeks, so I don't know what it's from. And he's like, well, maybe it's something that's there. I don't know.
Never watched it.
No, Dr. Drew After Dark.
No.
It's pretty funny. Especially
I don't
when it's
have
like-
anything against him. I think he's
especially when
funny.
it's Mommy P, Mommy Christina,
Mommy P.
Mommy P.
But yeah, Jordan Peterson. My buddy. You know how he went like he went full carnivore at one point. Him and his daughter.
Yep.
And like fixed their immune system or whatever. They had some
Jordan
kind.
P?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they both had autoimmune disease, rheumatoid arthritis. Well, Michaela Peterson's her entire body's fucked up. She had like 2 ankle replacements, her hip replaced. Like it's jacked up, and then she had a lot of like mental situations going on. And yeah, they swear that carnivore fixed it.
Well, I have a friend, and he was like,
Yeah. Okay.
an extremely bigger guy. And he was like, yeah, I've done anything. I've done keto and I've stuck to everything. I don't see the results. And then I listened to Jordan Peterson, and for whatever reason, he tried carnivore and has lost like 200 pounds.
And he feels good, right?
Yeah.
And that's what.
And he might feel good because he cut out beer and only sips, like, it's like he just
Water.
meat and
Water.
bourbon
Oh, he just bourbon. Oh,
Liquor.
because
Yeah.
it's distilled, like triple distilled, right?
and no carbs.
Yeah. People like I did carnivore last October for a short period of time, for the majority of October. And honestly, I felt the first week was rough. Like my insides were not agreeing with me. But after that, I felt fucking great. Like amazing.
I remember I tried it for a couple weeks, and much like keto, I just kept staying hungry. Couldn't keep up with it. I don't know why.
Were you still eating enough? Like were you eating enough meat?
I was eating until I was full, and then like Chinese, give it a couple hours, it digested super fast, and I was hungry again. Like starving.
See, I never had that.
The same thing when I tried keto too.
Really?
Yeah.
I found like that's the opposite. Like when I cut all the carbs out because I don't have that like glycogen spike,
Yeah.
that my sugar levels stay like whatever, and I don't have that craving for more food.
Then again, it was a year ago, and maybe I don't remember accurately.
Yeah, I would like to do it again, like this October. Maybe.
Well, and we had talked about doing something for October because most people
Would you call it GOALtober?
Yeah, most people do sober October. But let's get real. October's too fun.
to cut out all alcohol.
Yeah. October's the best month of the year.
I'll cut out like the carby alcohol.
I'm not.
You're not? Okay. Do you have a Halloween costume yet? Side note.
If I were to do something, I got something in mind, but I don't have anything bought, planned.
Like what?
What do you mean?
You're not going to tell us what it is?
No, it would be a 100% surprise.
Oh,
But I would
100%.
I would go all out for it, and I could pull it off too.
Okay.
But the last time I went fucking to a Halloween party where people dressed up, years ago.
Do you want to hold ourselves accountable? Do you want to go to a bunch of Halloween parties this year?
If they're there, I'll go.
You're down?
If they're there.
We're there.
If I'm invited somewhere, I'll go.
They exist. I promise they exist. They're not like magical things that don't, if they're there. Like if one shows up
Yeah.
and I happen to be in the vicinity.
This monster.
What were we just talking about though?
GOALtober. We're going to do GOALtober.
Yep. We have three. We're going to cut it into three, right?
And we can debate this right now.
Okay.
Oh, I'll go. So
Yeah.
your idea for like one of them was to limit our screen time
Yep.
on our phones. You said an hour.
60 minutes. 60 to 90 minutes.
That's a big difference.
I'm going to do 60. I think that's
Per
a
day.
challenge. 60 minutes per day.
That is a real challenge. I wonder if you can. I've never looked. I'm sure you can like lock your phone after a certain amount of time.
I think the new iOS, I haven't updated to iOS 15 yet, but I think in the new iOS you can do that. But I'm just saying our own like willpower.
Right, but 10 minutes on Twitter turns into 4 hours, and
That's
then at
the
the end of the
point.
day, I have 9 hours on.
That's the point, dude. I looked at my screen. I swear to God, I saw like 7 hours, and I felt fucking sick. Like I was like, what am I doing? That's 7 hours of my life that I'll never fucking get back. For what? Scrolling and seeing some shitty TikToks and big titty bitches. Like, what am I doing?
Titty bitches on
what
TikTok.
What am I doing?
But it's such good stuff.
But that's so crazy. Is honestly, it's not even that. Like, sometimes I'll get into like a hole, like a dark hole of just
Yep.
like. Do you ever like swipe or scroll and then 20 minutes goes by and you don't actually know what you just looked at for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Because I do that. I'm like, wait, I feel like I didn't even watch the
It's
last
kind
6
of
videos.
like if you were to fall asleep, and like, remember in class you would fall asleep with like your head on your desk, and all of a sudden you would wake back up.
Yeah.
And it would be like you felt like an hour went by.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's like, but you never went to sleep.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Whoa.
So yeah, I wanted an hour a day.
And it would be so good to get off my phone so much.
I feel like I'm gonna be able to do so many more things. Like
You say that, but what are you going to do?
well, if it's between sitting there doing absolutely nothing in my apartment and going to do something, and I don't have the option on my phone, I
What are
feel
you
like,
going to go do?
oh, I don't know. Maybe that's going to be.
Oh,
but
I
here's the
don't
thing.
know.
But that's the first part of our challenge. Maybe the second part of our challenge, we can branch out and have another goal, and that can give me something to go out and do.
And my first thing for the goal number 2 was like, and I just threw it out there. Nothing is in stone
We're
or
not
anything.
stuck to anything.
Yeah. Was like to run 50 miles outside, like to get outside and run.
Yeah, 50 miles. That's what?
A little mile over a mile a day. Maybe a mile and a quarter.
Okay. I'm not opposed to it.
So it's a fitness thing.
Does it have to be running or just go outside?
Whatever.
Okay.
Get in 50 miles in the month.
That's a good one. Go on nice hot hikes. Hikes. I can't fucking
Fights would
talk.
probably kill you too. But we'd have to do like
Like an app to track it.
yeah, and then like share it or something so that we were
Accountable.
so you have 31 days, right?
Halloween 31, yeah.
31 pictures of whatever it
We
is.
can do like a story on the small amount of time that we're allowed on social media to post the story. Yeah, that can be a doable thing.
What's really gonna get me is the swiping now.
Oh,
I'm
to
gonna
find
have
you mean to find love?
yeah.
I can't get this volume right. That should
I'm
be
back on the block, and that fucking time, I'm just whoop 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 whoop. It's gonna have to be fucking. I'm gonna have to be dialed
good.
in.
Speed, or maybe. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, you would have to just
Speed dating.
speed
Is
dating.
what you were gonna say.
Well, I mean, but really, how long does it take you to actually swipe?
I've been through the process so many times. Now I enjoy reading the bios. Some of them piss me off and they're good. Some of them are like, "This is my wife."
I was gonna say like, why don't you just if you swipe first, then look. It's like one day you'll spend 10 minutes just swiping,
Sure.
and then the next day you'll spend 10 minutes seeing all your matches, and then the next day you'll message back, and then the next day they won't respond, and you'll do it all over again.
100%. Fucking welcome to 2021. The problem is that on the slim chance that you do match with a honey,
Yep.
and she does match,
Yeah.
it's one message, and then you have to be on it. You waste time,
Sure.
somebody else is in there. You're
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bottom of the fucking list now.
Let's be honest. You don't waste time, and someone else is already in there.
Also true. Trying to make myself feel a little bit better.
You know, she's like, yeah, I got this date tomorrow, and then I got a steak and seafood date the next day, and then I got coffee the third day.
I'm gonna have to come in real quick, real hot. Like, hey, nice, your pictures look great. Here's my number. Let's go do something.
Hey,
Nice
hi, your
fucking
picture looks
guy.
great.
I'm only allowed 10 minutes a day on social media.
No, you can do the whole 60 minutes on social media, I guess. But
Let's be real. There's texting. There's
right.
music. There's podcasts. It's gonna be extremely hard for me.
But honestly, think back. How many times in your life, recently or just recently, have you gotten a message and it been so serious that you needed to look at that message right then and there?
Very rarely.
Like very rarely too. Like for me for work, all my online booking is all online, so I don't have to listen and respond to any fuckers. I could probably look at my phone once at the end of the night and not be any worse off.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Like I just like how much of this is actually helping me in my day to day versus how much is it just an endless pit.
It's not. It's the FOMO.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, honestly, man, if I'm being honest, I'm hoping that at the end of this month, that the FOMO is like gone. Like I am like, oh, I did this. I'm not missing anything. Okay, great. That's what I'm hoping for.
I've been through this before. Like I've just personally limited myself on
Yeah.
being on my phone and like left people on red and just purposely didn't respond and just like turned my phone on the other side and put it on the coffee table or whatever. I've been there. I can do it. It's just why. It's the fucking other stuff where it's like I've spent 7 hours today on my phone. Definitely could have done something I needed to do in that time.
100%.
Like my dog hasn't been bathed in 19 weeks. You know, I could do something.
My dog's never been bathed.
Yeah.
It's all because of this phone. All right, so we have the phone, which I think is a good one. And then we have the outside. I'm down for doing like a walk or being outside like 50 miles.
Is 50 miles good?
Do you want to go? Is that even
More?
a challenge?
That's what I'm saying.
100?
I just threw it out there because there's 31 days. 50 was an even number.
31 divided by 50 is what? 3 miles a day, basically.
31 divided by 50?
100, sorry. 100 divided by 30. It'd be 30, 60, 90, and some change.
Yeah.
So 31. 3 point something.
3.3?
Repeating.
Sure. It's close.
All right, so 3 miles a day. Is that too much? Is 100, or should we do the 100 as our goal, and then the closest to 100 is how we get the winner?
Realistically, how much time do you have to spend to put in 3 miles a day?
If it's a challenge, I will make time. Out of the fucking 5 hours or whatever, 10 hours I'm
But
saving.
my phone problem is when I'm at work. I can't fucking leave and go run 3 miles.
Real quick, can we talk ground rules for the phone? Does screen time track like podcasts and stuff like that? Like listening to things? Does that track?
And that, I don't know. I wouldn't think so because you're not on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it might.
Do you want to just right now say we just whatever the screen time is?
Or are we limiting ourselves off certain things?
I don't know, because then I'll just fucking probably be like, oh, I can't go on social media, but I can go on the internet.
It would count the same. We could.
Okay. I'm just saying, how about everything except for like podcasts and music? Is that fair?
Yeah.
So if the time does do that, we just subtract that time from the
If it
the
does
total.
do that.
Yep. Deal?
Sure.
All right, number 1, done. 100 miles
As just the goal?
is the goal, and the closest to 100, if not to get to 100.
Yeah, and you have to map it.
100%.
Or record it.
It doesn't
or
count.
whatever. Yeah.
No.
You have to have physical proof of us. You have to caption. Am I talking good?
Yeah, you're good.
Like a screenshot or something and have it stored.
Yeah. No, but I swear to God, man,
Yeah,
I was
it
there.
doesn't count.
Deal. 100?
We can do 100.
Deal. Okay, that's 2. Now we have a technological lifestyle thing. Yeah?
Yep.
We have an outdoors fitness thing.
Yep.
Diet. What do you want to do for diet? That's going to be the third part.
I don't know.
This is a tough one. I don't know either.
My original thing was like whoever has the least amount of carbs, but like the carbs thing, I probably couldn't do it because a lot like rice and vegetables and
I told you, man, if that's your thing, I'm just going to go straight carnivore. And
it just
I will
costs so
win.
much fucking money.
Meat? Is it though if you can't do anything else?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You went to the store. We just
Yeah.
both
I just bought.
separately bought meat.
Yeah, it was 30. No, what did I say? $25 or something like that for
Yeah.
2 things.
That last a couple days.
Yeah.
So times that by, let's say,
It's only a month. It's 30 days.
30 days.
To be honest, I do have a stockpile of meat at home right now, so it's frozen.
Kind of do too.
So there's no excuse to do that. Okay.
I don't know. I just like those other things. Like I can eat healthy.
Yeah.
So why limit myself in doing that?
Sure.
Kind of.
So what can we do for like a food goal? Can I just point out? Thanks for wearing the hoodie, man.
Support your friends.
I appreciate that.
Next time I wear my hat. I'm a hat guy now. I'll prove that I'm a hat guy next time I wear my hat. I'm wearing it a lot.
We just got your haircut. The haircut looks good on camera though.
Good.
Okay. Anyway,
know a
so
guy.
back. Anyway, back to the.
And then I had the other thing, and it would kind of been fitness again. Like if we could track our BMI, so that
do you want to do that?
we could try.
We'd have to go and get it measured somewhere.
But what I was gonna say was, we'll go one day and we'll PR everything that we can, and then from there at the end of the month, however much weight we end up stacking in each exercise, adds up, and that would be your winner.
Sure.
So if I do 5 more pounds than you on bench, I get 5 pounds, and then you do 5 pounds more than me on squats.
I'm down for that.
Or
That's
whatever.
I'm down for that for sure. But honestly, if we do like a fitness thing like that, I would also like to just go and get it measured. Like go somewhere and get.
But
I think we can do it at the gym, huh?
But am I conflating two different things, or is it all hand in hand?
All hand in hand. But I just think I think it would be cool to have a tangible. Like, all right, I'm starting off here. This is my BMI. This is my fat percentage. This is my muscle percentage. This is my weight. And at the end, be able to say, oh, this is where it was. This is where I am. Plus, this is like the weight that I could push up and do whatever. Like I like just to have them hand in hand.
And is that
Little finger action, little hand in hand.
we only have one day to do it, and we have our bocce league tomorrow,
Oh yeah, you're right. We can do it on the 1st.
Friday?
Do we have something planned on Friday?
I don't know, but to get in to do it on a Friday?
Let me call my guy. I mean, if we have to do it the second day after, like I think we'll be okay. No, does it not count? Is it? No, it doesn't count.
We also have to go to the gym to do the PR so that we can start on Friday.
Mm-hmm. But okay, for the PR though, we're not gonna do all the exercises in one day, right?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like we're gonna do chest, back, and legs, all personal bests. Dude, we're just gonna go fucking David Goggins
And then never go again the rest of the month.
because we're so shot. Dude, also though, I can't squat until this thing's healed.
Okay.
This hurts so bad.
It's on the back of his neck.
It's on the back of my neck and back. And god damn, it was like the first hour, the outline honestly wasn't so bad. The middle, like my spine hurt a little bit, but up on my neck, it wasn't as. I keep hitting this. What is my fucking noob? It wasn't as bad as I thought. And then we took a little break, came back, and she started doing the stippling.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. It hurt.
I still think it would have looked better if it looked like the claws were pinching your skin.
No.
Like hanging on.
No. I get what you're saying, but no. I don't think so. You can get that. We'll get matching lobster tattoos.
I'm a blank white canvas.
Are you ever going to get any?
If I had ever found something that was so cool to me, meant so much to me or something, then maybe.
If I'm being honest, this is probably the most, like, I have so many tattoos. This is probably the one that, like, actually means the most. If any of the tattoos that
I've seen your tattoos and I would have guessed that.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
No, I'm just saying. You're just one of those guys that probably got one, and then it was like, it's cool, and you just add to the sleeve.
No, listen, some of them
Besides,
are good.
I know Steve's on your right here.
Yeah, I got that
Meaningful.
right after he died,
Yep.
yeah.
I don't really know what else you have.
I have the 3 starter Pokemon as babies.
Okay, point made.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, this one's great. Anyway,
I like it.
thank you, man. Thank you. Where are we going with that?
I'm a blank white canvas.
Blank white canvas, right?
I'm like Anthony Joshua. I just got to get the body to match it.
Listen,
It would look a whole lot better if I look like Anthony Joshua.
all I'm saying is that your body can look a whole lot different in a month if we do 100 miles and we work out like crazy people.
And I stopped eating Milano cookies at 11:30 at night.
You do not eat Milano cookies at 11:30 at night.
Possibly the best cookies. Get a fucking little.
At 11:30 at night.
Get the. I'd be laying in bed. It was like I just need a couple to go to sleep. The fucking chocolate coconut.
You turn over in
Milano
the middle of
cookies.
the night and you feel scratchiness.
Yeah.
And it's just the crumbs.
And the problem with them, besides the fact that they're so good,
like
is that
sandpaper.
in the thing, they come in like 3 levels.
Yeah.
So you eat 2, and then you're like, wait, there's like a little cupcake thing in there. There's like 3 cookies in here, and then I'll just finish this little basket, and then there's 2 more layers of 2 more nights of 11:30 Milano cookies.
Oh, that's so funny. I don't know if I have a late night snack. Do you know what I could eat? I can eat an entire watermelon in like one sitting. That's like my thing.
In my life, I've never had more than 1 piece of watermelon in any sitting.
Really? I could eat an entire watermelon. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's mostly water. I think it's a lot of like sugar calories, but I think it's mostly water.
Is there
I think.
good sugar and bad sugar?
Sure. Don't we have doctor friends? I know there's like sugar that's like sits in your body, sits in your sugar.
Shit's
Blood.
in my sugar.
I know there's sugar that shits on your sugar, and then no, there's like complex carbs.
Yep.
And then there's like what is it? The
If I knew, I
simple
would
class.
not ask the question.
There's complex carbs, and then there's like special needs carbs. I think the special needs carbs
They
they
come in a short bus.
they hit you super short.
Yeah.
The reaction time, whereas complex carbs it takes a little while to
Okay.
digest,
Okay.
to deload to
If
whatever.
anybody's watching this and has the correct answer, put it in the comment section. I'm checking it. I'm getting real into this now. If we're back, we're fucking back, and I care about the viewers now.
Hey,
I remember I had that
like
one. It turned a lot of people off
Mhm.
because I was like, I'm just doing this. I was being a little bitch about it.
Yeah.
Trying to be too cool. No, fuck that.
You care?
I care now.
All
I
right.
care a lot.
I'm down. Okay, so what are we gonna? So we're gonna do the phone
The phone and the miles.
and
for
the
sure.
miles, and for sure, and then we're gonna check our BMI, whatever.
Probably should have done that before the month started, right?
Probably
Because it's going to take a week to do all the exercises. Then we have 3 weeks.
so maybe we should just track our body composition and then use that as a marker.
If we can get on Friday.
Well, let's try and go on Friday. What do we? I can.
How much is it?
I don't know. I gotta look that up.
I don't want to have to give like my firstborn son to fucking see how fat I am.
Yeah, but think of what we can do. You can see how fat you are, and then you can see how not fat you are in a month. That's exciting.
True.
What if you get fatter?
Yeah. I'm gonna gain more. I'm gonna get so fucking ripped, dude. You're not gonna be able to keep up.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was getting a massage today, and she was massaging like my upper shoulder, like pec. She's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And I was like, "I don't know. I work out."
You are getting wider. I'll give you that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. That was a completely different side note thing. Jesus Christ, it's loud. Remember I told you my shoulder fucking hurt
Yeah.
from whatever? Yeah, she like felt it today. That's when she said, "What the fuck did you do?"
What did you do?
I don't know.
She couldn't. She's a massage therapist. She can fix everybody. She's a spiritualistic healer.
I've never said she was a crueler.
Spiritualistic healer, not a fucking honey crueler. Or the fucking Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Oh man. Yeah, no, she told me to do wall stretches or whatever these things are.
What is it though? Torn
It's-
muscle? Like
Yeah, she said it was like the upper pec where it connects to like the shoulder here. It's like up in here. But she said she could feel it.
easy fix?
I don't know.
Is that a knot? What did she feel?
Muscle thing? I don't know. I didn't ask quality questions. It's relaxing, man. There's like the fucking music.
Are you in an Indian brothel?
The music would reflect that, yeah. I'll tell you what though, in the corner of like the spa room, there's like a shower. I'm always like today I looked at it, I was like, who the fuck's showering right now?
Somebody was showering?
No, not in there while I was there. I just
Oh.
mean like there's a shower and like so it's like a one bed room.
Yeah.
And in the corner there's like a shower. And I was like, who's coming in and showering? Is someone that fucking gross at the shower before? I meant to
That's
ask. And I
that's
forgot.
everywhere. The one time I got a massage, you go back into this room and there's showers and there's a whole bunch of shit.
Huh.
Probably from another human rubbing all on you with all the oils and stuff.
I think she used lotion.
Lotion.
She just said she didn't want me to catch on fire with the oil. I think it was a joke, but I thought it was funny.
Bad joke.
Thanks, man. You think I look wider?
Yeah.
I've been practicing, so thank you. I've been working hard.
I've been with you.
You look wider too.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. Can I say one thing?
Sure.
I feel like you have little bitch legs. Looking at them, but you can lift a lot of weight with your little bitch legs. And I mean that in like a good compliment. But like when I see you, your legs just look super skinny.
They do. And I don't like looking at my legs in the mirror.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're just white.
They
and skinny.
look super skinny.
Yeah.
I want some big fucking massive. I want to fucking have to put Gold Bond on every morning because my thighs are so big from the teardrops from fucking rubbing together.
You don't want a thigh gap. No thigh gap.
I've never looked to see if I've had a thigh gap. I'm gonna go home and do it.
Put the phone behind you.
Send it to a group message.
Oh, speaking of group message, can we give a shout out to Tim Goodliff for winning $3,000 at the casino yesterday?
3,400.
That was impressive. I was a little jealous.
What was I gonna bring Tim up earlier for? Oh,
So many things.
at the corner of Broadway and everything. When he picks me up and we go into the downtown, we'll take Williams. Nope, that would be going the wrong way. Whatever way we were going,
Yeah.
he knows that intersection. There's people there all the time. I'm not lying. I feel like you think I'm lying about that guy
Why would I think you were lying?
because you said I was lying.
Well, just about what he said about killing all white
I
people.
swear to God.
That was the part that I was like, "Ooh,"
And I rolled my window up.
That almost makes it worse.
Yeah, it does.
Because there's like
Yeah,
movement.
yeah.
Even if he's not looking at you, there's like movement in the side
he
of
was
his.
hawking me. But then went to the car behind me.
That's so funny.
Light's going to turn green. He's got to get his money.
That's so funny. What else has been going on? Anything current events, man? What's been going on in the world?
Did you see, and I don't even know if this is true, but when I was on my phone for one of the 9 hours that I was today, I had saw that Biden's going to impose a mileage tax.
Yeah, it's in the infrastructure bill, supposedly. I don't know if that's individual people or if that's more like people who travel like for work or whatever, like truckers
Because they
and stuff.
claim it on their taxes or whatever.
Yeah.
And the government gives them whatever it is, 55 cents a mile.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's it or if it's everybody. It wouldn't surprise me if it's everybody. That'd be crazy. It's like 8
Yeah,
cents
could you
a mile or something.
imagine?
5 cents a mile.
8 cents a mile.
We gotta pay for this shit somehow. Like, and that's the crazy thing is that these people who say like, keep giving us the free money, like it's paper, it's free, whatever. It's like you gotta pay for that shit somehow. Like the
You know,
deficit is real.
I've thought about that. But like, is it? Because it used to be backed by gold, and now we've completely depleted
No,
that.
now
So
it's like
just,
a bullshit fiat
yeah.
currency. Yeah.
So like, is it? Do we have to do that?
Kind of, because it has to do with like how much we owe other countries is what it kind of comes down to. And if we devalue our currency by continuing to print more,
Oh yeah, I've read the whole
that's
spiel.
yeah, that's the fear, right? It's the these countries that we owe money to is our dollar depletes so much that they're saying, hey,
At
this
this
money's gonna be
point,
worth nothing.
fucking have one of the Nordic countries come invade us and take us over to get us out of
The
here.
Nordic countries are never gonna come fucking invade us. Where
I'd
they
be-
come with axes.
Hell yeah, the Vikings on pirate ships.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that I could take a Viking with an axe.
You want to know my favorite part of this podcast?
What?
Every morning when we were going to podcast, I wake up and I'm always thinking, I don't know what I'm going to say today. I didn't know I was going to say that. And I loved that.
What? Nordic Vikings?
Yeah, they were going to come take us over. I was going to ask for the Nordic people to come invade us.
Why would you want them to come invade us? That's a very strange group of people.
It's like a, or maybe I just want to move there. It's supposed to be really nice up there in Iceland and Sweden and Amsterdam and
Well, I heard they just kind of like
Greenland.
leave us the fuck alone. Like, let us do what we want and stay the fuck out of our lives, basically.
You know what I really want to go see? The Northern Lights.
Ooh,
You
like
ever seen those?
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those look like you're at a rave concert.
That's, I'm trying to remember what that is. It's the electromagnetic,
Pole of the whatever.
Yeah, and it like flips or degrades or something.
I went down a black hole of trying to understand it all.
But that's basically what it is, right? It's something with
Pretty much, yeah.
electromagnetic, yeah.
Super cool.
Super,
That's got to
cool.
be on everybody's bucket list.
Especially just because, well, dude, I'll tell you what. People should get the fuck out of like the city. We took a trip to the Finger Lakes and we stayed at this lodge that was like right on one of the Finger Lakes, and there was no like big city around at all. And looking up at the sky there versus here is like night. It's like I feel like I'm in an entirely different planet. There's like nothing more beautiful than like just sitting up and looking and seeing, like literally seeing the galaxy.
Yeah.
And that's like, I don't know if people just, have you ever met someone that you're like, oh, you've never been outside of just like the city thing, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, you can see the galaxy. Like you can see the Milky Way that we are in. And they're like, what? And you're like, yeah, it's fucking awesome. Why have you not done that?
Yeah.
And I would like to do that more often.
I would too. I would like to buy a piece of land with like a cottage or something.
Yep.
Up in some
middle
kind
of nowhere.
Yeah. Like up in the, even if it's around here, like up in the Adirondacks in New York or somewhere else, wherever.
Yeah, you could see that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be dope.
But like that's just, I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. Not a lot of stuff. Missing out on that by living like here, right? It's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's like beggars can't be choosers, whatever. But like whenever I'm out there and I see that, I'm like, this is like, I feel like I'm a part of like a big part of just like being alive on this planet.
Yeah.
I'm like missing out on.
Sure. And that's a great feeling.
Yeah.
And then I go back to the city
When there's electricity.
and I'm on the fucking Skyway smelling Cheerios because of the big manufacturing plant right there, looking down at Salem Stadium and Key Bank, thinking that's a fucking city right there.
That's true.
Big bright lights.
That's one of the big things I missed though, was the Cheerio smell when I left and then came back. It's like driving home or driving back. It's awesome. One of the best parts of driving.
I'm a big city guy. I would like both.
Oh, can we just go back here really quick? 8 cents. Can you imagine if someone charged you 8 cents per mile of you driving?
It sounds ludicrous.
Especially since they're taxing the gas already that goes into your car.
They tax everything.
They tax everything. I saw this meme. It was like you're taxing my job, like my work, and then you're also taxing like
When I buy the
everything I
car,
buy.
yeah.
And yeah, it's like this whole list of things.
Yeah,
And I was like, and now you're gonna tax me when I drive it. And I don't even know how they would track it unless they started making all these like electric cars. And then
Yeah, I have.
you'd have to implement something like that.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't read up on it. I just thought, wow, we're here.
That'd be crazy. Well, did you see? I didn't see the full video. I didn't see the full video at the time, but I just recently saw it. It was the one where it was the Prime Minister of Britain and Biden is at the UN summit, I think.
Boris Johnson, or is he out?
No, it's him.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It was him though.
He was out during Brexit. Who's the new guy?
I don't know, Boris. That was the Prime Minister.
Oh,
Still there, I think. Anyway, it was him. I know it was him. And he was talking to the press, and then was like, "All right, well, I would like to, sit. And we did this. I would like
Oh
to."
yeah, he got questions.
Questions, and then it was like as soon as he stopped talking, and even not even like they butted in. The Wranglers came in and was like, "No, okay, guys, we're done.
Yeah, they
Bye."
ushered him out.
I was like, "That is the most disgusting, scary, rude fucking thing I've ever seen in my life." I was like, "Who? Like, how can people see that and think that's okay?"
And then fucking Jen Psaki's up there. Do I swear too much?
No, I don't fucking care. I swear too much.
Then fucking Jen Psaki was like, we weren't expecting to take. He called on his press corps. We weren't expecting to take questions. Well,
Who cares?
well, they care because you remember when he was up on the podium and he was like, I have to call on
Yeah.
blah 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 from MSNBC right now.
But that's what I mean. Like, how can anybody, like, whether you are on any side of the spectrum of the aisle, how can you see that and be like, that's normal? Like, no president ever has done that, ever.
Nope.
He's fucking gone. Like, there's no substance in his head in it right now.
Oh yeah, he's an empty cranium.
And what's crazy is not even just him. Like, Kamala doesn't even fucking take questions either.
Granted, I haven't been watching the news like I used to back in the day.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen her face in fucking.
No. She was
Ever.
the fucking border czar.
Yeah.
And there's a fucking tent city under a bridge.
Yeah.
And she's nowhere to be found. Do you know what's funny to me? I guess we're just going to talk political or like current events right now. But there was all that outrage. It was like the picture of the border patrol guy on the horse. And everyone was saying he was like whipping migrants. And there was such an outrage. I remember seeing that. But there was no outrage when the report, not at least that I saw, as big of an outrage when it came out that we killed 10 civilians in that drone strike. Like, nobody gave a shit about that, but this people are upset about.
It's all backwards.
It's like I just don't get it. I don't get any of it.
I don't know. And then and then I also read like after that article that like the U.S. is going to be out of money on October 18th. And then like people were the greatest thing why I can't stay off, and I've said this before, of like Twitter and stuff, is the people are so funny. It's a gold mine of stuff.
Sure.
And it's like, oh
Internet's
wait,
undefeated.
yeah, it is. And it's like, oh wait, you didn't have 6 months of savings?
Yeah.
Like that's what you told us. People are fucking funny.
People are funny. But also, that's just like, what are they gonna do when they're out of money, right? Like,
They got to tax our
they're
fucking
gonna take
mileage.
mileage, exactly.
I don't know.
But there's a part of me, like, I guess that's not really how it works. But I'm like, maybe that's why the IRS took so much time to get our money back. They're like, we don't know where this money's coming from. We have to wait for it to come off the fucking printer or like upload into the because it's not real money, right? It's just ones and zeros, digital money, kind of
I don't know how much do they actually
question.
print because it's in.
circulation. That's my question. Like, you know how you can just deposit ones and zeros into your account, right? Like, that's just made up, whatever money. But for every dollar that they put into your account, do they need to have a physical note for it?
I don't know, because how much money gets thrown out that's never accounted for?
Right. That's what I mean. So, like,
Which I guess
Does
there's
there have
kind
to
of
be
a
the
whole
same amount of
algorithm to figure
money?
out how much is being transferred in between everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they have it figured out, or they tell us that they know how to do it.
yeah. So my question is like, does it have to equal out to like every digital dollar has to be represented by a real dollar?
I would assume not.
No,
No. That's a lot of money.
for sure. But what I'm saying is like the digital dollar has to, like, if you were to go to a bank and you had a digital dollar, you should be able to get that dollar in a note.
But you can't. Isn't that why the bank collapsed in, like, when you watch the movie The Big Short and stuff? Like,
Yeah.
the banks didn't have the money to give people.
But that wasn't why.
That's not why, but, like, there's not enough money to give everybody
Well, that's because they got shorted, like their positions.
positions, but the money would be accountable for somewhere, whether you put it in
But that's what shorting is. You're borrowing against the market.
against the market, but that money is somewhere. It would, the unrealized gain would give you back more money, and then you could deposit that money. So that money's coming from somewhere if you do come out on the right side of it.
Right. No.
Yeah, like if I put $10 against something, right?
Yeah.
And I borrowed, and then it's like betting, isn't it?
Kind of.
So
yeah. But
if I put $10 into the stock market, into something, and it appreciates in value, even though it has an unrealized gain of, let's say now it's worth $50,
Yeah.
that $40 is somewhere to give me, give me back $50.
Yeah, but that's not what happened in 2008.
But like what I'm saying is the money is accountable for somewhere. All the
Yeah.
money is accountable.
Right.
It's not like digital.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, but if you decide to go to the bank and say I want that $40 that I have in my fucking whatever account, like ones and zeros, they give you a $40 bill. Or
I think I just
$20
fucking
bills.
did both sides on myself.
Yeah, I think you did too. I'm trying to follow that now. You know what I mean though? Like, does that make any sense? Like, if every person was just like, I want my actual notes for this digital currency.
I want every possible dollar that I have right now. If everybody were to take that out,
yeah, that has to be there, right?
I'm gonna go back to my
to what
original
point?
position, and I don't think so. I think there's more money than there is actual currency. There's more ones and zeros than there is actual physical currency.
Right. So at that point, then what are we doing? Like, what is
Exactly.
this?
That's why the war on cash is a big thing, because then they'll have full control over everything instead of having something back.
Did you see that China said "fuck you" to everything with Bitcoin and whatever?
Months ago.
I thought it was just recently. I saw the report.
Pretty sure it was months ago, and that's why it dipped.
Oh,
That's why Bitcoin crashed.
did it crash?
Oh yeah.
But I saw something like recently. They just like they passed something, or
I don't know.
They gave a ruling or whatever they do. They knock their scepter down and say,
Knock their scepter down.
I don't know. Isn't that what the Communist Party does?
I don't know. Gravel.
Isn't that crazy? It's a Chinese it's a communist party.
Yeah, we're gonna be the ACP.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I take it back.
There's nothing that I want less than that to happen in the entire world. Like I believe nothing more than I read the Gulag Archipelago.
Yeah.
And how horrific like communism was under the Soviet Union and like Stalin, and how fucking terrible and terrifying that was. And how many people died.
Well, keep your fingers crossed.
Way more than Hitler. Way more than the Holocaust.
And the thing is, dude, you can't do a single thing about it.
Nothing. I can't do shit. And the craziest part is like where I talked about that. It's like if you had a family of 5, I think that's what I read. Family of 5, 3 out of every 5 people were government informants. So like
And what, the SSR?
Well, yeah, for like Soviet Russia, Stalin. So like 3 out of 5 people in your family were telling the government everything that everyone was doing.
I'll be damned somebody in my family snitched on me.
You have nothing to do about it, and then they come and knock on your door and say, "Hi, come to the
my
Gulag."
own family?
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
they implemented people into people's families.
No, they just under fear of being sent to the Gulag. They sent thousands
Oh,
and
yeah,
thousands
sure.
and
Well,
thousands.
look, we were already there.
And millions.
Snitching on the neighbors for the fucking
Exactly,
masks.
and that's what got so fucking scary, right? It's like it's a. You see how easy it is to flip on people when they tell you to.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I read Gulag Archipelago, and it was talking just about like it goes into when they were rounding everyone up, and it was for the little things.
Sure.
Like Solzhenitsyn, who wrote the book, he critiqued the Soviet government in a letter to somebody, and that letter got given to the whatever. And this dude fucking fought in the war against fucking people. Like,
yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah.
I want to read that book.
and they just were like, "Yeah, you said we were bad. Fuck you. Go to a gulag." Like, go on a fucking train car and literally sleep in a closet with 6 other people while you all shit on each other. Like,
Every time,
fucking crazy.
this is a pretty serious conversation, right?
Yeah.
But every time you say gulag, can you help but think of a war zone?
And some fucking dude just sniping me out of the corner and then
Throwing
teabagging
rocks
me.
at me.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't know, man.
I
It's
don't
a
know
scary time.
Scary.
But yeah, again, and that's, I don't know. It's just crazy because I can't trust. At least when Trump was in office, he said a lot of dumb shit. But at least he said some things. Like he talked to the press. McEnany talked to the press. People talk to the press.
Do you remember? Shout out Dave Dimmeroff. Remember when we saw Brian Callen?
Yeah.
The guy, his bit was on Donald Trump. It's like
Yeah.
he was just saying stuff, but had me questioning. Like I understood it. It's like, we need more jobs. What are we gonna do? We'll make more jobs. And he's like, he can't be the only person that figured this out. It seems so easy. I forgot his name, but that dude was so funny.
Yeah. He was like yelling a lot.
Yeah.
It's like there are parts where he'd start talking and then he'd say, and then we're talking like this, and
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus, man, what is this?
Shout out, I think Dave Dimmeroff or something.
He was funny. I liked him. I almost thought he was funnier than Callan.
He might have been. Callan's more of an entertainer.
I'm telling you, Callan reminded me of if Dane Cook grew up. Like his stand-up was like Dane Cook grown up.
And I told you, Dane Cook was my first favorite comedian. He's what got me into comedy. I used to go home and watch fucking
Vicious Circle.
Vicious Circle.
Really good. The bit where he's like, the whole time I was flipping in ravine. I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it to this party.
Yeah, Dane Cook, he was hot for a minute.
Do you see the story that his brother stole all of his money?
Yeah.
Almost
All
all
of
of it. Fucking nuts.
Poor guy.
That's crazy.
But also don't let other people have your money.
Your brother.
He like gave him access. He was like money managing, I think.
And there's a story that like he had no access to any of his accounts. Like he went to the bank after, and they like wouldn't not that they wouldn't let him in, but they're like, "Do you have anything? Like what's?"
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Millions. I mean, employee of the month.
Yeah.
Make out with Jessica Simpson. Millions.
Jessica Simpson, though.
Hot Jessica Simpson. That was like prime Jessica Simpson time. Dukes of Hazzard and Employee of the Month were like prime Jessica Simpson.
And then she had a little stint in That 70s Show.
I didn't see her in That 70s Show. Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Tier 1.
Tier 1, 10 out of 10.
Shout out episode 2.
We can throw throwbacks now. We're getting to that point in the discography.
But let's get out of here. That was a good pod.
That was a very good podcast. Is there anything you want to say to the world before we?
No. Interact with us. Fucking, I'm going to be that guy right now. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And fucking talk to us on there. I'm going to get on there.
Yeah, share our, not for very long, though, because we have a time limit.
Yeah, maybe every 3 days.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for listening. We will talk to you later.